and sliding the heavy bolt back into place. Before me, the cemetery and the surrounding gates. Beyond that, trees, and then an expanse of brown rolling hills. To my right, men fighting and shouting, Peter among them. I don't see John, but I do see two others, not archers in black, but townsmen in simple winter robes, lying face up in the grass, arrows lodged in their chests. Dead. I edge my way toward the front of the cathedral. I don't make more than a few feet before an arrow sings by me, lodging itself in a crack in the stone. It's followed by another, then another. They arrange themselves in a neat little row, not 6 inches in front of my face. The aim is not a mistake, it's a warning. I crash to the ground, crawl on my stomach across the dirt and grass, take refuge behind a crumbled slab pocked with lichen and moss. Arrange my thoughts as neatly as the arrows messaged before me. First, find the shooter. The arrows came in high, landed low. Somewhere in the trees, then. Second, kill the shooter. I slide a knife from my belt and dart from behind the headstone to another, my eyes on the shadowed branches above me, inviting him to show himself. Where are you? I think. A reply comes in the form of yet another arrow, this one skimming the space between my third and fourth fingers, wrapped around the corner of the stone. I jerk my hand away, the smallest yelp escaping my lips as a stream of blood runs down my fingers, a crimson streak against pale skin. Out of habit, I wait for it, but it doesn't come. Not the flash of heat in my abdomen, not the sharp, prickling sensation. Because out of habit, I forget I no longer have my stigma. I duck behind the slab again and assess. I'm bleeding, I'm cornered. I'm armed, but not as much as I'd like, and I can't spot my attacker. I have no advantage. But I didn't survive 2 years of witch hunter training without knowing how to make the most of a disadvantage. Unbidden, Blackwell's voice rings through my head. In order to regain lost advantage, you must always do the unexpected. So I do the one thing I shouldn't do when surrounded by a hidden enemy. I stand up. I hear it then, the tiniest sound, a ruffle of leaves, a barely suppressed grunt of surprise. It's enough. I spot him, perched in a low branch of an oak tree, camouflaged by the boughs of a nearby evergreen. I slide one of the heavy silver knives from my belt, pull back my arm, take aim, throw. And I miss. Damnation! A short, derisive laugh. The soft thud of feet hitting ground. Whoever was in the tree is out of it now, and he's coming for me. Footsteps. The rustle of fingers on fletching, the drawing back of an arrow. So I do the only other thing I can do when surrounded by a hidden enemy. I turn, and I run. The arrow whistles over my head, just barely and by mistake. My foot gets tangled in the hem of my gown and I tumble to the ground. Roll to my back, scrabble for another knife. But it's too late. The archer is standing over me. Dark hair, stocky build, early 20s. I don't know him, but he seems to know me. He regards me with a half-suppressed smirk, a shake of his head.
From everything I've heard about you, I'd hoped for a better fight than this.
Who are you? I ask. The archer doesn't bother to reply. He pulls another arrow from his quiver, slowly knocks it in place, never taking his eyes from mine.
I like a good sport, he says. Blackwell assured me you'd be one. He'll be disappointed to hear he was wrong.
He cocks his head to the side, considering.
Perhaps not that disappointed?
I shuffle back and away from him, from the arrow now aimed directly at my face. I don't get far, backing into another headstone, the rough surface digging into my spine. The archer swings his bow back and forth, slowly, as if taking inventory of my features.
You have pretty eyes, he says. Seems a shame to shoot you there, but it's the best place, you know. It'll only hurt for a moment.
I notice it then, the badge stitched on the front of his black wool cloak. It's a grotesque thing, a red rose, strangled by its own thorny green stem, and pierced through the top with a green-hilted sword. I've never seen it before now, but I know exactly what it is. Blackwell's new emblem. He won't win, I whisper. They're my last words. I should make them count.